Do we really need another delay? I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker for delays and I can't get enough. And this one might be the most feature-packed delay plugin I've ever seen. Raytown Productions Clarity Delay not only has everything that I personally would want in a delay, but also things that I didn't know I wanted in a delay and features that makes it very, very easy to fit in a mix. Focused on allowing you to create effects without muddying the mix, hence the name Clarity Delay. This is a hybrid delay reverb that I'm pretty sure will make your mixes. Let me tell you everything about Clarity Delay. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixPlus TV. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we start, as usual, check the info box down below for free plugin special discounts, offers, and the link to Clarity Delay. If you want to book mix and mastering with me, go to the website mixplustv.com. In there you can also find all the mix and mastering courses. We have 2 new ones, by the way. You can book mix consultations and all the other services. If you want to access the exclusive library of in-depth mix and mastering videos here on YouTube, click the join button, become a MixPlus TV member. And if the videos are helping you want to support the channel, please consider using the super thanks or grab some merch. Whew, let's get to the video. We start with a very easy on the eyes and resizable GUI here, input and out knobs and meter, and our EQ section right here with 5 parametric bands and also filters. As you can see at the top, we have a pre and a post. So we have 2 EQ. One EQs the signal pre-delay and one EQs the signal with the processing, so the delay itself. The plugin has 3 delay lines, 1, 2, and 3. Of course, you can activate or deactivate each one independently, and for each one you have volume, pan, and solo button, which is the little headphone icon, which allows you, of course, to listen to that delay line. Below we have the routing. By default, you can see that each delay line is sent to the output independently. By clicking the arrow, you cycle through the various routing options, which is the first one, for example, delay 1 is sent to delay 2, and then the output, and delay 3 is sent independently to the output. Same but reverse, delay 1 to the output, 2 into 3, and then out. Or delay 1 into delay 2 into delay 3. This, of course, allows you to create different effects on the fly, just changing the routing. Very interesting function. For each delay line, then we have time, feedback, and THD. This is actually not just total harmonic distortion, which is what THD stands for, but this is actually a machine learning emulation of a Sony tape machine. So it's a little more complicated. See it as a color knob, and it's very, very unique. Then we have one of my favorite functions for this delay, which actually translate in real use, which is the focus knob. Most likely you will find yourself using this function a lot. This is kind of where the Clarity Delay name comes from. This clears the mud and the frequencies that are not really supposed to be there, or they usually build up when you have multiple delays or multiple delay lines, like in this case, to make sure that your mix and your source is not overpowered and there's not that build up in the low mid range. Then we have the soften knob. This is very similar, but it softens the top end. So if you have anything harsh or you just want a softer top end for your effects, just one knob and you're done. The time of the delay can be set manually in milliseconds, sync to your host, and tap. Now the cool thing about the tap, which usually if you start tapping it will automatically switch to milliseconds, as you can see here, it will stay in sync. I'm tapping right now at different speeds to show you, and it will basically sync to the closest tempo of your DAW. So that is very cool because I can still have it synced, but tapping what kind of pattern I want on the delay. Very, very cool. Of course, you have the usual dotted, normal, triplets that you can set manually. And most important, we have 5 different type of delay. We have a digital delay, an analog delay that changes and darkens as it fades out. We have the ping pong left, so a ping pong that starts from the left, ping pong right, starts from the right, and then a wide delay, which, pay attention, is not monocompatible, but it creates very cool out of the speaker ear candy type of effects. You will hear it in a second. Then we have the depth module, which, as you can probably tell from the names, is basically a reverb added to the delay. We have 4 algorithms: rooms, hall, plate, and huge, we have the length that sets how long this reverb is gonna be, and the space, how big the reverb is gonna be. And here we have a little slider that adjusts the width of the reverb. The movement part has a ducking function, self-explanatory, so it ducks when the dry signal is playing. You can control how much, you can control the threshold, hard or soft. Release can be in sync or in milliseconds. The gate, we have amount, we have threshold, hard or soft gate. Hold, self-explanatory, this is the same hold function that you find in dynamic gates. And here's a very cool thing and another unique function that I've never seen on any other delay. We have echoes and time, and you see that the hold goes between milliseconds in time or echoes. So these are actually the number of repetition, and you can decide when to cut the echoes, like after 3 repetition, 4 repetition. This is very, very cool. Dry, wet, knob at the bottom. You have a randomizer button at the top if you want to randomize all the control and get maybe some inspiration. And another cool thing before start listening to this thing is, if for example you want to copy channel 1 to channel 2 or 3 or any combination, you can actually right click on the delay line, copy channel settings, and then paste the channel settings to one of the other lines and maybe change a little bit to create wider type of effects. I think the layout is great. Everything is in front of you. There's no sub menus or different pages, and that's why I find it so very easy to use and so very quick to get a good sound. So let's start listening to it. I'm going to use only one delay line for now so I can show you the different types of delays and the reverbs and all the functions. So this is our dry signal. First of all, the saturation, the THT, that's what I was talking about, is actually a quite complex type of color that is very pleasant. So I'm gonna just leave it there for now. This is very quickly to show you the different types of reverb. Now I'm going to change the type of delay. Alright, you hear very cool the wide, even though it's again not mono-compatible, it creates this phasey out of the speaker type of sound, very cool. Now if we go to the EQ section here, you see, you can solo the signal that is being fed into the delay, right? So right now, I'm listening to the dry signal that goes and feeds the delay. So even if it says pre, you're not EQing the original signal, but just the signal that feeds into the delay. And then we can EQ post. And now I'm gonna add the second line, and I'm just gonna mute this one for a second. I'm gonna pan it. This is cool already, right? And now I can play with the reverbs to just place them in different places. And one thing that I like as a third line is to use the wide, and I use it at a lower rate. That's very cool. It sounds really, really good. And for example, I'm just gonna use the same, actually I'm gonna use the wide, and I'm gonna show you the duck and the gate. All right, very cool. And the gate. So you can create very cool pattern using the gate. I think it's really cool, and it really helps, especially with the focus knob, to clean up all those frequencies that usually tend to build up in a mix, especially if you have multiple delays or multiple delay lines, like in this case. I'm gonna show you this preset that is called Built-in Ambience, that is actually 4 vocals, but I noticed that it sounds really cool on drums. Check this out. So you can see there's a lot of colors and a lot of options right there. And it's really easy and fast to try different things. Let's try on a piano. Now that I have all 3 lines going, let me change the routing and keeping everything as is. Listen to how cool it starts cascading if I use this 1 out and 2 into 3. Very, very cool. Let me pan the center and try. I love it. And the spaces sound really, really good. You know, usually I almost never use dry delays. So for me to have the depth section here with the room hall plate. It saves me a lot of time. It saves me an extra slot on the inserts. But usually the integrated reverbs are kind of a hit or miss. These sound really good, especially the big one. I mean, I really love the room. The hall might be my least favorite, but the plate and the huge, they sound really, really good. Let's see what guitar presets we have. Let's scroll through some of them. Wow. I wish there was a lock function for the dry wet, so I can scroll presets and have the same balance. I'll ask for it. I want to try something. I want to try to use ping pong and just do the time really, really short. Basically, try to use the reverbs as a room simulation. Dude! Wow, this sounds really cool. You know, I'm gonna try to use this as a doubler. That might be very, very cool as well. Wow. So many cool presets, and I'm not a fan of presets usually, but these are very well done. Let's try a vocal. Let's try to use it as a doubler.
Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. Want you to know you're the one that I love. Heard that it sounds like a cliche, but
Wow.
You're my one and only.
I love this.
Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. Want you to know you're the one that I love. Heard that it sounds like a cliche, but you're my one and only.
That's very, very cool.
Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. Want you to know you're the one that I love. Heard that it sounds like a cliche, but you're my one and only.
And second one again.
Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. Want you to know you're the one that I love. Heard that it sounds like a cliche, but you're my one and only.
Especially the focus, see what I mean? It takes so little to have them clean.
Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. Want you to know you're the one that I love. Heard that it sounds like a cliche, but you're my one and only.
Very cool. But I really like how you can use it as a doubler or a room emulator.
Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. Want you to know you're the one that I love. Heard that it sounds like a cliche, but you're my one and only.
And the EQ, again, pre and post, it can help you clean up even more. Actually, I don't want to cut that much low end. I'm going to use the duck.
Oh, what a beautiful Sunday. Want you to know you're the one that I love. Heard that it sounds like a cliche, but you're my one and only.
Nice. I think clarity delay is definitely a cool addition to the arsenal. For me, like I said, I can't get enough delays. My stream deck, I have one page on my stream deck just to recall my favorite delays. And I think this is very well thought out. Everything from the GUI, from what functions are in there, and some very cool unique things like the focus. And this is it for this video. This was Raytown Productions clarity delay. You will find the link in the info box down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have questions, if you want to book mix and mastering with me, again, go to the website mixplustv.com. In there you will also find all the mix and mastering courses. Join the channel, become a member, access the library of exclusive videos and get all the perks. And if the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, use a super thanks or grab some merch. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.